Hey guys, Bad Brad. Today we're talking about the circumference measurements in our in-depth multi-part video measuring series. So as you can see here, we've got the letters that go along with our sheet and obviously our video, A, B, C, D, E, F. So a couple of other letters on here that we'll talk about, but right now we're gonna start from the top and work down. So measurement A is actually gonna be our neck measurement, and you can see we've basically taped all the way around the neck there, kind of at a level area. We're basically just gonna take the tape measure, we're gonna wrap that tape measure around, and on all of your measurements, you're gonna pull these fairly snug. Now, not tight. We're not gonna squeeze the tissue. We're not gonna try to choke them with that. We're just gonna pull that down. So every time you wanna do the same thing. Don't put a finger behind there. Don't leave it loose. Even if you want your neck to be bigger, let's talk about this. But you wanna make sure that you pull that down nice and snug. Now, our next measurement is gonna be our chest measurement. Our chest measurement really is at the nipple line. And again, you can also see that we've done it straight across the back. It's really easy to drape the tape measure around the back, and this actually causes a little bit of sag, which could actually make the chest a little bit too big. So we're just gonna wrap our tape measure around the back. We're gonna wrap it around the chest right here. And we're gonna measure right across that nipple line. And you can see right here, if we lay that tape measure flat, we have to do a couple of cuts on this, Eric. Lay that tape measure flat. That mannequin's chest is gonna measure about 36.5 inches. Again, we don't wanna add anything there. If you'd like your suit to be a little bigger, a little tighter, a little more form-fitted, let's have that conversation, but I need the real measurement to begin with. Next is gonna be the mid-chest. The mid-chest is really gonna be halfway between the nipples and the navel or belly button. Same thing, you can see we've actually got that taped all the way around. It's also level because we don't want that dropping down. We're gonna tape that tape measure, and we're gonna wrap that around there right at that level. And we're gonna pull it tight again. And again, when we say tight, we're not talking tight. We're talking this is gonna be snug. And you can see right here, he's about 30.5. And remember, we're only interested in half and full inches, not quarters, not 3/4, not 3/16, 5/8, nothing of the sort. D is going to be right at the belly or navel area. This is traditionally going to be on men, the largest part of their body, unless they're in really good shape, which will usually be the chest. But this is going to be right around the navel, right around the belly button. Now here, we also want to include whatever bit of love handle that you may have there. And again, we've got that taped all the way around. We're going to try to get those love handles in there as we go. We're going to pull that around. And you can see this model here is 31.5, and if you're like me, you haven't been 31.5 since birth, and that's okay. But we want that true measurement right there. Again, even if you're a bigger driver, please do not add anything to this measurement. If you're a super in-shape driver, do not take away from this measurement. And if you're in very good shape, our ladies love to have their suits fitted. We love to make them that way. Let's have a conversation about that, but we need the true measurement about that. Now, measurement E is gonna be around the hips. So what we're gonna cover in this is the widest part of the hip and also the biggest part of the bottom or your butt. And you can see right here, we've got that taped also all the way around, so you can see kind of how it goes. So what we're gonna do here, traditionally on this one, is we would normally have the driver hold the tape measure at one side and we would go all the way around. As you can see, our driver here does not have. Now this is a very common problem. If you look right here in the back, you can see that it has draped below the butt cheeks, and this is a huge problem, and we wind up with very small hips. So in order to combat that, we want to make sure that we're going across the largest part of the butt cheek, all the way across that, all the way around the biggest part of the hip on the side, and pulling that around. And our mannequin here has a hip measurement. This is going to be hips and buttock area of around 37.5 inches. Again, even if you have a big butt or you have a little butt, please do not take anything away from this measurement. Do not add to this measurement. If you want it bigger, smaller, or whatever that is, we're gonna talk about the allowances that we give here in just a moment. We need to know that information, but we need that true measurement. Measurement F. Measurement F is gonna be our thigh measurement, and we're gonna measure 2 inches below the crotch. That's gonna be 2 inches directly below the crotch. Now, I don't need your thigh measurement down here, I don't need your thigh measurement up here, and I also don't want that thigh measurement at an angle. I do want that straight thigh measurement right along that line, right back around. As you can see here, our mannequin has a thigh of right at 21 inches. Now, you can see it's really 20 3/4. But you can go ahead and give me 21 inches. Nobody's ever had a 1/4 inch too big thigh in their whole life. Calf is gonna be the same way. We wanna go around the biggest part of the calf. This is gonna be our G measurement. We don't want to do this at an angle. And again, it's around 15 inches to go all the way around that. And again, on all of these measurements, I'm pulling the tape measure pretty tight. Again, I'm not squishing tissue, I'm not choking, I'm not pulling that down. Now, just so that you know, in all of these areas, on a neck measurement, we traditionally add, to make the pattern, 2 inches. On the chest level, we traditionally also add 1.5 to 2 inches. In the mid chest, 1.5 to 2 inches. In the belly, 1.5 to 2 inches. In the hip and buttock area, measurement E, 1.5 to 2 inches. In the thigh area, we add 1 inch. And in the calf area, we add 2 inches. That is a standard American relaxed tailored driving suit fit. If you want your suit to fit tighter, let's have that conversation. If you're a bigger driver or you know that you're growing or whatever that is, please, we beg you, do not add anything to the measurement. Let us know what situation that you're dealing with and let our tailors predict where that needs to go. But we do need the true measurements. These are all the circumference measurements. If you need help, we can help you with a video measure. We can do all kinds of things. Now, of course, our mannequin here is basically naked. You can measure naked also. We really don't want to see the video of that, but you could also wear your Nomex or your base layer underwear. Ladies, if you have leggings, you could wear your leggings. Guys, if you've got tight fitted boxers, the boxer briefs, you could wear those. You could also wear a tighter fitted t-shirt or whatever it may be. And if you're at home being measured by a loved one, you guys can measure any way that you see fit. But baggy clothes, extra hoodies, extra t-shirts, jackets, all that's a bad thing. It's gonna make the suit too big every single time. If you guys have got questions about measuring, we would love to talk to you and walk you through the process step by step. We want this thing to look absolutely flawless. You can give us a call here at the shop, 336-764-8502, Velocita-USA.com. And if you'd like to request a video measurement, customer service at Velocita-USA.com. You guys have any questions? You know where we are. Drive fast, take chances.